Welcome to the Skyrim playthrough of the Kinggath Creations expansions. Last week we did a day 0. Don't really count that as an episode. That was just character creation, getting through the intro into Helgen, and we played through the main quest line of the base game up into the top of the steps here for the Greybeards, because we will need that for if we want to play through the full Bard's College expansion experience. This is not required. You do not have to do this if you don't want to play through the main quest of Bards. You can go through the first couple of quests of the main quest. You can do all of the other content in Bard's College, but if you want to do through the main quest all the way through, you do have to have shouting. So that is what we're acquiring right now. We did do the intro with Shakar in East Empire, but otherwise I will play through the rest of it throughout this playthrough. So let's go talk to the Greybeards. I guess I should put my sword away. It's kind of rude walking into Hrothgar, weapon drawn. It is amazing how fast the load screens are in Skyrim after playing Fallout 4 for so long, and like you get into downtown Boston and you just got, even on PC, and this is not my PC is not a slouch. I don't know what my specs are, but it's not bad. And like sometimes we'll be sitting here for a minute waiting for a load screen.
So, a Dragonborn appears at this moment in the turning of the age. We will see if you truly have the gift. Show us, Dragonborn. Let us taste of your voice.
Okay, ready? Was I supposed to hit him?
Dragonborn.
Feels like I was.
It is you. Welcome to High Hrothgar. I am Master Angir. I speak for the Greybeards.
Gabriel 240, sweet Kinggath stream. Your mods are awesome, and I really like some settlements too. Awesome, thanks for joining.
We are here to guide you in that pursuit, just as the Greybeards have sought to guide those of the dragon blood that came before you. You are not the first. There have been many of the dragon blood since Akatosh first bestowed that gift upon mortal kind. Whether you are the only dragonborn of this age, that is not ours to know. You are the only one that has been revealed thus far. That is all I can say.
I think this is the first time that I'm ever playing through Skyrim in headphones. I always play just blaring it over speakers because I don't usually stream it. I've done a few minor streams of Skyrim. Like once I played through most of East Empire right after we released that. I played through a bunch of Bard's College on stream, but this is the first time I'm ever experiencing main quest. The sound in this building is so good. Like just like I can hear like the howling winds outside of the building. Really good job with that.
You have shown that you are dragonborn. You have the inborn gift. But do you have the discipline and temperament to follow the path laid out for you? That remains to be seen. Without training, you have already taken the first steps towards projecting your voice into a thum, a shout. Now let us see if you are willing and able to learn. When you shout, you speak in the language of dragons. Thus, your dragon blood gives you an inborn ability to learn words of power. All shouts are made up of 3 words of power. As you master each word, your shout will become progressively stronger. Master Einarth will now teach you Ro, the second word in Unrelenting Force. Ro means balance in the dragon tongue. Combine it with Fus, force, to focus your thumb more sharply. Ro.
Give me those words of power. There we go.
But learning a word of power is only the first step. You must unlock it through constant practice in order to use it in a shout. Well, that is how the rest of us learn shouts. As Dragonborn, you can absorb a slain dragon's life force and knowledge directly. As part of your initiation, Master Einarth will allow you to tap into his understanding of Ro.
Oh, hello.
Force Ro!
Whoops, sorry buddy. Wolfgar. Camera 240, can you insult people in the Bard's College expansion? Yeah, there's a series of characters that you'll find throughout various inns and taverns, and you can challenge them to insult duels. Mr. Archon plays is Shadow. Oh, hey Shadow, how's it going, man? Oh, was I too slow? Did I miss that one? Did I just break the quest by not paying attention? Let's try it again. Yep, almost broke it. Oops.
We will perform your next trial in the courtyard. Follow Master Bori.
Kevin left to guess how you call the noise he made. Oh, you're talking about the... I don't know what you call that. That's like... but it happened during... We do these... I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 times a year. We do a Super Chats for charity, where we have some of the voice actors we've worked with come on stream with me, and people can Super Chat at them, and we take the money from the Super Chat and donate it to the cause. Whatever the cause is at the time, a lot of times we let the voice actors choose it. And... the voice actor who voices the Ron in SS2, that was just part of some goofy thing that somebody on stream had him do, and I just could not stop laughing at it. So now it is part of our part of the stream kit. But basically, it's the sound you make when you rub your finger back and forth across your lips. I don't know if there's a word for that. I assume that there is. There's a name for everything. English is full of useless words that describe one very specific thing. Alright, let's get Whirlwind Sprint up. Load accelerator? Okay. I'll have to look into that for Wednesday.
Master Bori. Now, your turn. Stand next to me. Master Bori will open the gate. Use your whirlwind sprint to pass through before it closes.
That was the Bex shout was on our list to add in of like an unlock shout, but I figured that could allow some crazy sequence breaking if you could just shout out any door and unlock it.
Is astonishing. I'd heard the story.
Motorboating. That has a very different meaning to me from thanks to several movies.
No, indeed not. But beware that your skill does not outstrip your wisdom. You are now ready for your last trial. Retrieve the horn of Jürgen Windcaller, our founder, from his tomb in the ancient fane of Ostengraf. Remain true to the way of the voice, and you will return.
Okay, so if you are doing... let's see. Yeah, we don't need more of that. So if you were doing the Greybeards or the main quest of Vanilla Skyrim with the goal of you just want to do enough so that you can see all of the Bard's content, what I just finished, that's it. We just need you to have Whirlwind Sprint. This is really like it's pretty key to some of the design of so we need you to have shouting, and we need you to have, in particular, Whirlwind Sprint, because we need you to have 3 shouts in order to do a system we call chanting, which is stringing together 3 different shouts into basically a complicated spell. And so that was one of the reasons we needed to do that, but it also helps with lore reasons. So, and then we end up using the first 2, we use all 3 of the shouts, Whirlwind Sprint, Unrelenting Force, and the first one you get in Bards as puzzle mechanics for our dungeons to make them a little more unique. Okay, so I think next we're going to head down to... Do I not have the marker yet? Okay, we're going to head down and continue with East Empire. So if you do the first 2 bits of East Empire expansion before you do Bards, excuse me, then some of the characters from East Empire Expansion will end up recognizing you when they show up during Bard's College. We're going to try and do that a lot as we do more Skyrim content and make sure there's a lot of crossover between our different characters and such to make them all feel a little bit interconnected. So kind of bonus content if you have all of them, in the sense that like the content will be there no matter what. We're not going to add like, oh, you only get this quest if you have that. We don't want it to feel like you're forced to buy them all. It's going to be more a case of like, oh, it would feel natural for this character to recognize you, or such an option would only make sense because you did this with these characters. Kind of like it's kind of a thing we do like after the fact. So, you know, after we're done with most of Bard's College, then it's like, okay, what would be different if you met that character and you had done East Empire first? And we're going to do the reverse at some point. So you'll notice that if you do Bard's College first and then do East Empire, the characters will act as if they first met you, even if you had already met them during Bard's. And we're going to update East Empire sometime I'm going to guess sometime in October or November. A lot of our team is currently working on, we're split between, half of us are working on a giant SS2 patch and the other half working on something for Starfield right now. Hopefully we didn't sequence break East Empire. That would be a real bummer. I don't think that you can currently. All right, and we'll take that to sell. We'll take that to craft. That stuff, he can just keep it in there.
Yes?
You see how everything is in the delivery chest, yes? Everything is to your satisfaction. I would surely hope not. This trial run surely demonstrated the benefit of my service. That said, if you are not completely satisfied, there is perhaps something else. If you have the desire for more relics, you can acquire them from any East Empire merchant. I will ensure they always keep some in stock. For now, here, take these. On the house. But, all this said, I still fear there is more I can offer. Forgive Khajiit's curiosity, only would you perhaps be interested in more services? You have already seen how my collection service works, and this is good. But maybe there will be times that possession of all you have gathered is not what you desire. Perhaps you would prefer the item's value in septims instead. But for this, you must gather what you wish to sell and find merchant, haggle for price, blah blah blah, big headache.
I love that animation. It's so perfect for that line.
Shakar can do all this for you instead. I offer service of selling. Put items in container, and instead of marking for collection, mark for sale. Everything I can take care of. Does this interest you? Ah, wonderful. A decision most discerning, and something that shall benefit us both, I think. If you wish for me to sell what you have gathered, when placing a relic, simply mark the container. This will indicate to me your intent, and once collected, I will begin to sell your items right away. Or you can simply speak to one of our camp merchants if you wish me to sell something else. Any coin made shall be stored in one of our company's strongboxes. You can find these also at our outposts. Here, you will need this key to open. Your appreciation is most welcome. You should know the more items of yours I can sell, the greater commercial connections I will establish. This will allow me to offer improvements to the services I provide you. So, make sure to send plenty of items my way, yes? Oh, and before you take your leave, there is one more thing. If you are so inclined, there is something you could help me with. I've a business associate. He is not one for travel, and so resides at the East Empire Company warehouse in Solitude. Both he and I have certain aspirations we are working towards. However, I fear with your help, things would advance a lot faster and smoother. If you've the time and desire, you should travel to Solitude and speak with him. I'm sure he would have use for your assistance. He should be easy to find. He's a rather self-important looking Altmer named Corin. Tell him I have sent you. And thank you. With your help, ahead, I see a warm future for us all.
Thank you, Shakar. All right, let's see here. Okay, we've got these both tagged. I want to immediately buy some more beacons, because those are always a pain, or the relics. And of course I'm going to call them beacons. We called them beacons forever because this was just straight up, hey, oh, no, I don't want to sell those. How do we get salvage beacons into Skyrim? Because that would be fun. Oh, we can't afford that many. We'll get 2 more. Okay, so we can either put up items for sale this way, or we could do it in a dungeon. I'm actually gonna just do it over here, just to show you guys. This is always my demo spot. Like when I was testing the code and everything, is where I always would set it up. Because there are some containers right here we can use. So when you use it in an exterior container, it doesn't actually just store one. It doesn't actually claim the location. It just lets you use it for transporting goods. So let's see, what are some stuff we want to sell here? Okay, so then we're going to exit here. Then we're going to access the relic container. We're going to go to change the 2, and that changes it to the East Empire Merchant, and we're good to go. So now the East Empire delivery guys should like physically just start walking over there at some point. Although I think I may have screwed up their AI packages by taking stuff away temporarily. Okay, so did we... Oh, hold on. Alright, using these to send a shipment for sale. Give me spare items to put up for sale. Okay, yeah, so we can hand them manually or send them over. I'm curious if these guys... Okay, so now they're going to walk over. This was one of the things where... So when I originally designed this and salvage beacons, it was like I first got the code working where it would just teleport the goods. But to me, this is the difference between most games and a Bethesda game. Is in Bethesda games, they make the NPCs do the thing, right? They go to the place. It's not just you know, even though it is a lot of smoke and mirrors, they try and mask the smoke and mirrors with it feeling realistic. And so so this is one of the little things that, you know, you may never ever witness, but it always, when you do decide to go try and witness it, it feels good. I think we've all had that experience with one of like Oblivion, like since Oblivion, since they've had the AI schedules and everything, or it's like, I wonder if they really are going to wander all the way over to this location or go do that thing. It just feels nice when you try and do those experiments. You're like, oh yeah, they really do go over there at night. I think it's the same reason we send all the merchants at night when they're not offering their services. We send them into the taverns and inns and stuff. It's just feels good. There we go. So they delivered the items. The East Empire Merchant has them. Give them time to sell. So while they've got time to sell, now this is a good time to head over to Solitude, which we will need to take a carriage over to because I have not been there yet. So let's grab the driver here.
Ah, yes. Hello to you. You'll have to forgive me, I'm rather preoccupied. Thus I have no desire for idle chit-chat. Oh. So you're the one Shakar spoke of in his latest correspondence. I'm surprised that Nord would agree to speak to one such as Shakar, let alone agree to assist with his efforts. Very interesting. But yes, you were correct in your observation. I am indeed Corinne. A pleasure, I'm sure. Now, if Shakar sent you here, that likely means he thinks you of use to us, and I see no reason to question this. Tell me, did the enterprising young Khajiit explain the nature of his and my endeavor?
I always like this middle one. You spoke of your intention to sell ice to Nords. Much coin in that, I hear.
Nice to see a little cynicism. Make sure to maintain that attitude of yours, and it will serve you well. Shakar likes to refer to us as business associates, but in truth, we're both merely junior traders of the East Empire Company. Right now, both he and I are on the lowest rungs of the mercantile ladder. But we've agreed to help each other accelerate our commercial career. From what I understand, in exchange for his services, you've already begun assisting Shakar. His little project is rather simple, but I'll admit, quite creative. I personally would have never thought to utilize the relics in the way he has. My plans, however, are a little more ambitious, and I would welcome your assistance. He's an interesting one for sure. A young Khajiit who both exhibits everything you'd expect from his kind, and many things you would not. When you speak with him, you can always see the cogs turning in that cunning feline mind of his. And yet, I've never met a Khajiit with such strong convictions when it comes to things such as honesty and fairness. I never thought I'd see the day when I'd call one of his kind a trusted friend, but here we are. What is there to tell? I am but a simple mer, attempting to become a brilliant merchant with wealth beyond reason. A story as old as time. At least, that's what I tell most who ask me that question. And whilst I've no wish to divulge much more to you, I will say this. Many outsiders who enter the province of Skyrim do so in order to leave their past behind them. But, as I said, I am but a simple mer. Ah, yes, the relics. Thusly named because, well, we have no idea what they are or where they came from. Many crates of the things were inexplicably shipped here, and with no accompanying paperwork, we had no choice but to hold on to them. Months passed, and with no inquiries coming our way, I thought it may be prudent to perhaps find a private buyer for the curious devices. However, attempting to sell such volume, and with us being relatively unknown in the world of trade, this proved to be next to impossible. At least, doing so without drawing unwanted attention to us. That's when Hrothgar had his idea to instead use the devices to help us build a reputation, and then sell the relics. That Khajiit is smarter than he looks. You see, the East Empire's position in Skyrim is tenuous. Our presence is tolerated at best, and we're severely limited in our operations. Officially, I'm not even sure we're sanctioned to be here. So, as you can imagine, our profit margin is as diluted as the wine at the Winking Skeever. But if we had the approval to do business directly from a Jarl, we'd then be free to expand our activities within each hold. Solidifying the East Empire's position, creating profit for all concerned, not to mention demonstrating our worth to our employers. And so, I've been attempting to arrange unofficial meetings, so that we may come to an understanding with the many Jarls of this vast province. Are you sure you've not run a business before? With a temperament like that, I wouldn't be surprised if you had. Anyhow, I doubt you'll be surprised to hear most Jarls want nothing to do with an upstart high elf under the employ of a foreign organization. Nevertheless, we have had interest from at least one hold. The Jarl of Winterhold, Courier, has agreed to speak with us. Winterhold is generally viewed as one of the more desolate holds, a pale shadow of its former glory, which may explain their willingness to talk. I was intending to speak with Winterhold's Jarl myself, but I feel you may get better results. Your Nord blood will provide you with a far more favorable disposition. So, what I ask of you is this. Visit Winterhold on my behalf, and attempt to acquire the Jarl's approval for our presence within their hold. In exchange, I will provide you a percentage of the wealth and materials we will acquire as a result. Sound fair? Hrothgar has already explained his desire to survey areas you have cleared. This is correct. If the Jarls agree to let us operate within their borders, any locations you have cleared there can be exploited for whatever materials they may hold. Or trinkets, gems. Whatever we find will be shared with you. Very good. Here, take this. I've already done some research into this particular Jarl, and I have the feeling that book I gave you, if offered as a gift, may help smooth negotiations to our favor. However, If you feel other tactics may be more apt, I will refer to your judgment. Just get the Jarl to agree to our presence within their hold. Very good. I wish you luck. Oh, and have this too. That ring marks you as someone empowered to speak on our behalf. It'll also get you a discount with most merchants. Enjoy.
Totally forgot to turn down the volume as I'm listening to the volume swell up. Sorry, guys. We'll take care of that now. All right, let's head off to Winterhold.
By the gods, it's...
Let's see. I guess we're taking a carriage back.
isn't it?
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
Nick Carter, do you have a favorite companion in this game? I mean, I tend to just use Lydia. Because this game, the companions, like the followers, just kind of felt like a little bit tacked on. Like, none of them are super fleshed out. I think that's why mods like Inigo and Lucian stand out so much for folks, because it's just like, oh wow, this a companion can be like a real character that cares as opposed to, you know, just a pack mule. Oh, I almost forgot this. So this guy right here, the Shady Contact, if you don't have the ring equipped, he doesn't know that you're with the East Empire, so if you equip it,
Psst. Hey,
he gets a dialing option.
you're working with Corin, right? I've got more intel for him. Might as well give it to you. Don't worry, it's on the house. The word around town is that Jarl Corir has got a real bone to grind with a local mage college. If you want to get on his good side, try bad-mouthing them in his presence. Who knows? Might help your negotiations. In my experience, Jarls love bootleggers, agreeing with them. But whatever, you do what you want. Have fun.
So the reason that we added this guy in is we wanted to make sure players understood that there would be multiple ways through each of the Jarls, so that it became more of an interesting quest than just paying money or becoming the Jarl. So you have, the Thane. So you have multiple options of convincing each of the Jarls. Every one of them has a way to bypass the cost that does not require you to be Thane of the Hold. So you have minimum three different routes. Some of them you have more. Some of them you can get with speech checks or with illusion checks. So there's a couple other ones. I don't remember what all of them are, but there's a minimum 3 ways to convince every Jarl. Let's see here. And the default, like, easy mode one is just bribe them. That's the one that everybody can do regardless of what their skills are or whether or not they're interested in doing any little mini quests.
What's your business here in Winterhold? It does. The college has caused enough problems. Don't need you or anyone else adding to them. If you're not here for the college, then you've little other reason to be in Winterhold at all. You have my attention?
Okay, yeah. So we always have the haggle option. We can just bribe them. We can give them the book as a gift. A lot of the different characters have either a gift you can find or some sort of piece of information you can use. And then, like in this case, there's a gift and the gossip. So if we do the gift, we lose the book. If we do the gossip, we can keep the book and we can sell it through Shakar, or just go sell it to a merchant ourselves.
Yeah, I know what you mean. If things don't start getting better soon. And by all means, go about your business.
Okay.
I've already
tend to find
received
myself every game running like
Winterhold
full
has
Dragon
agreed to
Bone
our
then,
presence.
just because of
Well done.
just raw power level.
And I see you didn't even have to gift them the book I gave you. Impressive. Feel free to keep the book. Maybe sell it for coin. I must say, I'm very pleased with your progress. Competence can be such a rare commodity these days. You've done well. We'll now be able to build a camp within Winterhold's borders, expanding our operations. But this is just the start. We need the blessing of more holds. If you'd be willing, I'd ask you to keep representing the East Empire. Speak to more Jarls and gain their favor. The more holds that agree to our terms, the more that we can do for you. I'm pleased to hear this. There are 8 more Jarls that will need convincing.
Thanks,
but
lady.
I doubt they'll be as receptive as Courier. I'd advise you not to be narrow-minded with your approach to gaining approval. There are plenty of ways to twist a person's arm. If you've the need, I can supply intel to aid you. Just check the ledger at an outpost after visiting the Hold's capital, and I'll provide what I can. Travel the province, speak to the Jarls, get as many to accept our presence as you are able. Whiterun already has a camp, but we'll still need the blessing of the local Jarl. Oh, and don't forget our furry friend Shakar. Be sure to keep assisting him as well. One more thing. If you've not already done so, you should speak with Orthus, an employee of the East Empire residing in Windhelm. Assist him with his little problem, and it'll be of benefit to us all. I wish you luck. Goodbye for now.
And there we go. So technically now, you're basically done with East Empire's
Still has places to explore.
quest content.
Sell off that junk.
Now, what
Bits and
we've
pieces.
set up in it is, so originally when we had this, when we gave it to Bethesda and we had it in QA, we had a miscellaneous objective that was like, convince the Jarls to let the East Empire, and then they had requested, oh, could you give us one for each Jarl? And then everybody was just speed running speed running East Empire, just like boom, 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 hit all the Jarls, done. But the way it was designed to be played was to just kind of be a background thing. It was something that, like, as you're playing through the rest of the game, you would naturally hit those, because we don't want to encourage people to just speed run this, because then it, you know, I don't know, for me, when I'm playing Skyrim, I tend to have a character in mind in my head, and I visit the places that make sense. You know, I'll go to a city if I have a specific quest there, and then I'll knock out any of the quests that are incidentally there, but I'm not going to just run around and do it. So I didn't want to encourage people to just power run through the traveling, because I think that would kind of cheapen the experience of Skyrim itself. Like, half of it is just the journey to get around the area. Like, even using the wagon sometimes feels like, I kind of prefer to walk and unlock the fast travel points naturally. So we got rid of the objectives and just left it as an open-ended thing you could just kind of do at your leisure. So what we want to do now is we need to get over to Windhelm. I actually want to go to Winterhold as well. After enough time has passed, an outpost will set up there. I think it's 24 hours after you convince a Jarl and you've left the area and returned. The little East Empire camp will set up shop. So we're going to once again take a wagon. This will probably be our last wagon trip for a bit. It's amazing how
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't hump
hard it is to
before.
forget this map. Like, I'm not gonna have it exactly perfect, but I just roughly know exactly where I gotta go every time I come into these cities and
It's no
get
secret
an
the
objective.
Aretino boy is doing some
Like, oh yeah, go down to the docks this way. I like that we so the mechanic that we have with the place improving, that was something we dreamed up that was kind of our, you know, it was like, how do we do something that, you know, we know people love from Sim Settlements? And it was like, oh, they love the way the plots evolve. Like, let's do something like that. And then it's funny that this vanilla quest happens to do that too. Like, this place starts out barren, and then after you complete his quest, he fills this place up with stuff. So it's
I know
kind
this
of
place
perfect.
was horrible.
Accidentally perfect.
Please, don't hold it against the company. Sad, isn't it? We can't afford to keep the place running since these attacks started. Pirates, you see. Raiding all along the coast, from Hammerfell to Vardenfell. Only the Shatter Shields appear safe. A very powerful family in Windhelm. They run a private shipping operation and would love to have the docks to themselves. Wouldn't surprise me if they were in league with the pirates somehow. Not yet, no. But perhaps an intrepid person such as yourself could help with that? They have a dark elf who oversees their operations, Suveris Atherin. She's meticulous to a fault, and keeps a logbook with every transaction she makes. If it were to somehow end up in my hands, I wouldn't argue. They call themselves the Bloodhawkers. They've been around as long as I can remember, but only recently focused on our ships. A dastardly group, but they're more than simple brigands. Shrewd, clever, not to be trifled with. Our own security forces are limited, and all the mercenaries are tied up in this ridiculous war. We don't even know their base of operations, and attacking single ships won't really solve the problem.
Okay, let's go. So actually now as I'm playing this, I'm thinking up a thing we could have done with her of. So I think you have to like sneak around and steal this logbook. I guess we could come up with a speech check or something, or some way to convince her, or have her give you a little task to earn it. But let's see what happens when we talk to her.
Do you hate the Dark Elves? Are you here to bully us and tell us to leave? You've come to the wrong city then. Windhelm's a haven of prejudice and narrow thinking, unworthy of one such as you. Nothing new there. Most of the Nords living in Windhelm don't care much for us, but Rolf is the worst by far. He likes to get drunk and walk around the Grey Quarter yelling insults at us in the small hours of the morning. Oh, a real charmer, that one. Some of these Nords will come up with any excuse to despise us.
Ulfric, thank you. Could not. It was just on the tip of my tongue.
They make a target.
Did Orthus VA do work for the original game? Yeah, Orthus's whole quest is part of the original game. We just sent players to him, so that we could kind of incorporate all the East Empire content, make sure it all feels interconnected. And we know a lot of people probably never found him or never thought to do his little quest. So
Torbjorn wants the shipping operations to bring in cash, and I make it.
And we yoink that. I mean, we might as well take that while we're at it. Don't mind me. We're friends now.
I see. It looks like Severus has been traveling to Dawnstar to meet with a pirate crew there. Get to Dawnstar and see what you can find out about these rogues. I'd wager they won't be too far from the tavern. Try to find out where their fortress is. The captain, Stig Saltplank, has to know something.
Okay, and actually, while we're in Whiterun here, not Whiterun. While we are in Windhelm, let's find out if we can. Let's see if we can figure out what we need to convince the Jarl here. I guess we will take one more wagon. Why not?
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Yeah, I was gonna go talk to the Jarl, but then I remembered we should go use the tip book. I'm gonna show you guys where that is. Now that we visited Windhelm.
No. What are you looking at?
It has to be.
Ah!
I've got to get out of this.
Heard of them? I've been captain in a crew of them for well on 9 years now. What's it to you?
Listen to your friend.
Aye, the war keeps the Empire and the locals too busy to worry about us. Halden calls it our golden age.
You think that's normal? It's evil.
Our secret ingredient, if you will. A battle mage of fearsome cunning. Runs the blood horkers and makes sure the battles end right side up. Well, I can't just tell that to any skeever that washes up. From the look of you, I'm guessing you're more looking to cause some trouble for the horkers.
I will. Thank you.
I guess we can brawl.
Nah, it would be my pleasure. Come on, let's see what you're made of.
Please, someone do something.
Who taught you? Keep those
Uh-oh. Oh, God. Lydia, no, stop. Lydia, stop. Yeah.
I'm getting out of here.
Well, that didn't go to plan. Oh, we got to report back to Orthus. Okay.
Adelaisa, I'm sorry.
Sorry isn't good enough, Orthus. There's a lot of gold at stake here, and sniveling isn't gonna get it back.
I've got a top man on the job right now. He should be returning any moment.
This must be him, then. Finally, someone around here that can get things done. Since we're short on soldiers, you'll be coming with us too. No arguments. Anything else you want to say? Halden? I've heard of the man, but never guessed he'd join up with some pirates. This could be even more dangerous than I thought. Head to the ships. We'll plan the assault on the way.
Let me know when you've learned more about the pirates.
Can I talk to you right now? Oh.
We used to think the pirates had an army of battle mages at their side. As it turns out, it was just one, Halden. I've since learned more about him. The most dangerous sort of man. Quick to anger, but patient in exacting vengeance. He also has a fearsome control of destruction magic. I wish you the best of luck.
Out with it. Well, here we are, we think. Hard to say. The weather's taken a bit of a turn here. Halden's been known to obscure his hideaways with magic. If we take care of him, the way should be clear to properly assault the island. You've shown yourself useful so far. All these lunks are too afraid of Halden to head in before the fog's cleared. So, if you're willing to perform one more service for the company, we could put this matter behind us for good. Take out Halden, and we'll handle the rest.
Okay. Yes, give me that 40. Missed me. Missed again. Nice work, Lydia. She just cleaved him in one shot. Alright, now let's actually... I keep meaning to switch to that. Here we go. I'm gonna get that restoration skill up too. Some apples. What else you got in here? I guess I could take... I need to start taking everybody's armor and stuff. Give me all your stuff, dude. We're gonna sell it. A bard outfit. Random distribution for the win. Okay, well, I want these right now. I'll take the 10% movement. All right, I guess we're getting a head start on our old on our barding. So you also get a free copy when you start doing the bursting, but we introduced it into the leveled list for regular clothing, so it can show up the same way that any other clothing can show up.
No, it was not for show, and someone had to die.
You picked a bad time to get lost.
Get him, Lydia. Gotcha. Actually, I should see, does she need any of this stuff? Trade some things. Oh, she's already wearing steel armor. But maybe she can use these. Is that what you've got on? Yeah, that's what you already got on. Oh well. You can hang on to that stuff anyway. Alright, what else do we got here? Wolf Queen. I think Wolf Queen Volume 1 we actually can use during a Bard's quest. I wonder if that's in here. I bet it's on the lower floor. Oh! Oh, that's right. They're shooting stuff at it. But I think periodically as you're walking by, you just see like cannon. It's supposed to be like cannon fire, I guess. Nope, I didn't. There it goes.
I'll show you what a real...
Wait, did it just kill that guy that was trash talking? Nope, there he is. I think that would have been awesome.
That it? That your best?
Oops.
I'll skin you.
Get barded. Hey, watch where you're shooting, guys. There's another guy over here. No, you don't.
That's it? That's all you've got?
Alright, let's find this clown. Where are you at? Are you swimming? There he is. Can I kill him? Oh, there he goes. Come here. Come back here. What are you doing? Alright, fine. You chase me over here, buddy. When you're good and ready.
There you are. Impressive work. We started the attack once you made the fog scamper away like that. Hope you didn't catch any of the fire. We can head back whenever you're set. There's celebrating to be done. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
All aboard.
Sorry, Lydia. You're on your own. Good luck. Lydia's aggroed with someone at the tower. Yep. Let's see. Did she come back? Oh, she made it.
Yes?
Yeah, that's like a fun little quest, and they do a lot of special effects in there, but it does feel like
Out with it.
that whole sequence is way cooler than the quest deserves, I guess, because the scope of the quest is relatively small, and it was like, oh, that was like a cool final moment in it. I don't know. Feels like the quest needed a couple more stages to be worth that that big finale.
Give those pirates what for. I can't express how much easier you've made my job. Maybe Adeliza will finally ease up, but I expect she won't. Ah yes, your pay. The company thanks you for your services. Should we ever be able to help you, stop by.
There we go. And so...
I can't thank you enough for what you did.
Oh, there it goes. And now that was our objective, the East Empire expansion one, to help him with his thing. It reacted to that. So now when we come back here next, I think it's after, is it just after I leave if I turn around and go back in here? Is it built up? I don't remember how they have this rigged up. Yep, see? So then the next time you come back here, they've got it all made up, but I don't think they don't wait for a load screen to happen, or a time to pass. They just, as soon as you leave the area, you come back and it's all cleaned up. And I don't even leave the area, it's just leave the door and turn around and she's all repaired. This was how originally we had the outpost set up like this too. And I was like, and then I didn't like that people could just stand right next to the stand to sleep, and then all of a sudden it was repaired. So we made it, not only does 24 hours have to pass, but you also have to pass through, you have to leave, like the loaded area needs to unload. So like this, like Winterhold location would have to unload before it would happen. Alright, oh, let's level up before I forget here. Alright, we want to get a little more magicka. And did we hit to 40 handed? I don't think we did. Oh, yes we did. Nice. Alright, get that up to 60% more damage. Yes, please. Okay, so now we are going to go up to Winterhold and see if the outpost should be set up there. And Shakar's there too.
Winterhold belongs to Skyrim.
You have
not
helped
the
Folly,
Imperials or
and the
Mages.
East Empire has a new outpost. Wonderful this is. This allows me to extend a new service to you. For you can now decide where items you have placed the relic can be sent to. After you have activated
Uh-oh.
a relic,
Oh, sorry, Shakar. Oh, no. No. No, he just roasted me. Yep. Yep. Shakar, maybe join the fight. We'll talk about this later. I wonder if that counted, because he got to his final line, if that counted for marking that new service available. But the new service he's offering is basically, once you place it, you don't have to just send it to the nearest hold. You can say like, all right, I want this stuff to go specifically to Whiterun or Winterhold, which is useful when you're trying to hit the thresholds for upgrading the places. You need to sell a certain amount of stuff at each place. So then you can focus fire down one at a time if you like. And having the outpost at higher level gets you you get a better return rate on your items for gold, so you make more gold for the items you sell. So it kind of gets faster and faster to reach the next threshold. And you also get a higher percentage of the items from the captured areas. So you just get richer and richer and richer. Hey, buddy. Wait, can I hit his wing? Am I close enough? No. Oh yeah, I know I have a bow. I'm just I enjoy letting the guards shoot him while I just sit back and shout. But yeah, I will bust that out because we could be here all day. Oh, and I forgot to hotkey it. Weapons. Come on, buddy. Give me that dragon soul. We're gonna need a lot of these. There we go. Alright, but I learned last time, I'm nowhere near ready for a sword fight with one of these. Lydia. No! Oh, come on! That does so much damage so fast.